Hi everyone. So yeah, I thought I was looking rough this morning. I feel even worse this evening. Such is life. Here I am in all my beautiful glory. I wanted to just continue a little bit as I'm finishing off this evening, just my thoughts regarding self-esteem as it's been going through my brain today. It's been an extremely busy day. So there hasn't been an awful lot of anything going through my head except just trying to get things done. I think most of you will see on our website we've got a retreat that's coming up in September, Luscious in London, and it's built around these principles around building our self-esteem, our self-confidence, loving yourself inside and out, our personal style. And it kind of all goes together, and it's kind of all mushing around in my head at the moment. And just how there can be areas of your life where you feel confident, which is great. And I think often we mistake confidence and self-esteem. We get the two confused. So in my head, I've sort of been clearing that one. And self-confidence is really when you are in a situation and outwardly you appear, or outwardly you're confident in what you're doing. You feel comfortable in what you're doing. You walk into a room and you feel comfortable with the people that are there. You record a video and you feel confident when you're recording the video. So that has a lot to do with self-confidence. My self-confidence is getting better doing this, by the way. I'm actually looking at the camera now. But when it comes to self-esteem, I think is something that has been built over many, many, many years, good and bad, so low and high self-esteem. And a lot of stuff that we've been reading about as we've been researching this, our self-esteem is basically built when we're children. A lot of our self-esteem by our parents, our family, our friends. As we move towards teenagers, it's often our friends that interpret our self-esteem for good and bad. We tend to compare ourselves more when we're teenagers. We compare ourselves to what the world view of what we should look like and be like and sound like, and we compare ourselves to all of that as we're teenagers. As we mature, in inverted commas, as we're getting a bit older, the idea is we become more comfortable in who we are. Happens sometimes. But self-esteem is definitely something that is inward, and it's about loving yourself. It's about respecting yourself. It's about embracing who God has made you to be. It's about, it's about the stuff that's going on the inside. And we don't usually stop and analyze it. It's just how we live in the world around us, based on how we see ourselves. It's how many times are you able to say no when somebody asks you for something, because you care enough about yourself to say, I'm sorry, but I just can't do that. It's about defending yourself when somebody's attacking you for whatever reason, verbally, emotionally. It's about having the self-worth to say, do you know what? You don't need to speak to me like that. I don't deserve to be spoken to like that. It's having that belief in yourself that you deserve, or that you're comfortable enough in your own skin that you don't need somebody else's affirmation. I think that one's been a big one for me, is not needing somebody to be telling me the whole time that I'm doing a good job. This comes working, rediscovering me where I'm on my own quite a lot, as I said this morning. So not having somebody, though Janie's I must say this, Janie's very, very good at doing that, of saying, Karen, you've done a great job. Thank you, Jane, for that. But I think a lot of my life I have spent looking for other people's approval, whether it was my husband, whether it was my family, my siblings, even my children. Because we all like to be appreciated, I guess, at the end of the day as well. But it's not a good thing when you only value yourself according to the opinions of other people. So, considering the fact that I had a very busy day and I didn't get much time for introspection, and I'm useless at introspection usually, I think that's pretty good going. So I'm going to close off this evening, because one of the things that I was looking at now, and we'll share a bit more later, I think, is if you're struggling with your self-esteem at the moment, even if you're not, a very good exercise to try and do on a daily basis is try and think of at least 2 to 3 things about yourself that you love. And I'm usually not very good at this, so let me think. So, I really like the fact that now I've been doing some gym, I'm getting some muscles, and you can't see them, but they're under there, so I quite like that. And what else do I like about myself? I like the fact that, you see what I mean? Okay, I like the fact that I'm pretty good at reading people. I'm clutching at straws at that one. Okay, we'll follow this conversation up tomorrow. Let's see if I can think of a few more. Okay, thanks guys. I'll check in with you again tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.